I'm Adam.
And I'm Julia. Today we are discussing why learning English is important.
We have a lot to cover in the next 2 hours, so let's dive right in.
Absolutely. Learning English is such a valuable skill, and it's something that can really open up a lot of doors for people.
That's so true, Julia. And we're going to explore all the reasons why. But before we get started, let's give our listeners a brief overview of what we'll be discussing today.
Sure, Adam. We'll start by talking about how English has become a global language. We'll look at its historical background and some interesting statistics on how widely it's spoken today.
Then, we'll move on to the educational benefits of learning English. We'll discuss how it can open doors to quality education and access to a wealth of academic resources.
After that, we'll talk about career opportunities. Knowing English can give you a significant advantage in the job market and even open up opportunities for freelancing and remote work.
Yes, and we'll share some real-life success stories to illustrate how learning English can positively impact your career.
We'll also discuss the importance of English for accessing information and media. Whether it's online resources, entertainment, or global news, English plays a key role.
And let's not forget about personal growth and social benefits. Learning English can improve your cognitive abilities and help you understand different cultures, making you more empathetic and open-minded.
That's right. Plus, we'll be sharing some practical tips for learning English effectively, from setting goals and staying motivated to overcoming common challenges.
We also have a Q&A session where we'll answer questions from our listeners. So, if you have any questions about learning English, stay tuned.
Before we dive into our first segment, we'd like to remind our listeners that this podcast is designed to help beginners and intermediate learners. So, we'll be using simple language and clear explanations throughout.
Exactly, Julia. We want to make sure that everyone can follow along and benefit from our discussion.
And if you're enjoying our podcast, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends who are also learning English.
Great point, Julia. Sharing is a great way to help others on their language learning journey.
All right, let's get started with our first segment, the global language. We'll be talking about how English became the most widely spoken language in the world and what that means for you as a learner.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to the English Globe. In this segment, we're going to talk about how English became a global language. Let's start with some history.
That's a great place to start, Adam. Understanding the history of the English language helps us see why it's so important today.
Absolutely. So English began to spread globally during the British Empire, which was one of the largest empires in history. At its peak, the British Empire controlled territories on every continent.
That's right. The British Empire had colonies all over the world, from North America and the Caribbean to Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. As the British expanded their territories, they brought their language with them.
This meant that English started to be used in government, education, and trade in these colonies. Over time, it became a common language for communication between people of different native languages.
Yes, and even after the colonies gained independence, many of them continued to use English as an official language. This is why you'll find English spoken widely in countries like India, Nigeria, and South Africa.
Today, English is spoken in many countries as a first or second language. It's the official language in over 50 countries and is widely used in many others.
In fact, it's estimated that around 1.5 billion people worldwide speak English. That's about 20% of the world's population.
And it's not just native speakers. The majority of English speakers are people who have learned it as a second language.
Exactly. English is often taught in schools around the world, and many people learn it because it's useful for travel, business, and international communication.
Speaking of business, English has become the primary language of international business. Companies around the world use English to communicate with partners and customers in other countries.
This is partly because of the historical influence of the British Empire, but also because of the economic power of the United States in the 20th and 21st centuries.
That's right. The rise of the United States as a global superpower further solidified the role of English as an important international language.
So, whether you're in Europe, Asia, Africa, or the Americas, Knowing English can help you connect with people and access opportunities that might not be available otherwise.
And it's not just in business. English is also the primary language of science, technology, and aviation. Pilots and air traffic controllers around the world use English to communicate.
That's a great point, Adam. In fact, many scientific papers and research publications are written in English, making it essential for anyone involved in science or academia.
English also plays a crucial role in the world of technology. The majority of programming languages are based on English, and most technical documentation is written in English as well.
So, if you're interested in a career in tech, learning English is definitely a good idea.
It's clear that the historical spread of the British Empire and the economic influence of the United States have both played significant roles in making English a global language.
And today, it's a key skill that can open doors to a world of opportunities. Whether it's for travel, education, business, or personal growth, learning English is incredibly valuable.
We hope this gives you a better understanding of how English became the global language it is today. In our next segment, we'll dive into the educational benefits of learning English. Stay with us.
We'll be right back after this short break.
In this segment, we're going to look at some current statistics about the English language. Julia, why don't you kick us off?
Sure, Adam. Did you know that over 1.5 billion people speak English worldwide?
That's incredible. It really shows how widespread the language is. To put that into perspective, that's about 20% of the entire world's population.
Exactly. And what's even more interesting is that English is the most studied second language in the world. It's taught in schools across Europe, Asia, Africa, and South America.
That's right. Many countries include English in their school curriculums from an early age, recognizing its importance for future opportunities.
And it's not just in schools. Adults are also learning English through online courses, language schools, and self-study. It's a skill that's in high demand globally.
One reason for this is that English is the primary language of business. Companies around the world use English to communicate with international partners and customers.
Yes, it's often referred to as the lingua franca of business. This means that even if English isn't your first language, it's the common language used in business settings.
This is especially true in multinational companies. Employees who speak English can collaborate more easily with colleagues from different countries.
And let's not forget about science and technology. English is the primary language in these fields as well. Many scientific journals and research papers are published in English.
That's a crucial point. If you're a scientist or researcher, knowing English is essential to stay updated with the latest findings and to share your own work with the global community.
The same goes for technology. Most programming languages are based on English, and technical documentation is usually written in English too.
So if you're interested in a career in tech, learning English is definitely beneficial. It opens up access to a wealth of resources and opportunities.
Another important area where English is dominant is international diplomacy. Many international organizations, like the United Nations and the European Union, use English as one of their working languages.
That's right. Diplomats and officials need to be proficient in English to participate in global discussions and negotiations.
In addition, English is the language of aviation. Pilots and air traffic controllers around the world use English to communicate, ensuring safety and coordination in international air travel.
These examples highlight the importance of English in various critical fields. But it's not just about professional opportunities. Knowing English can also enrich your personal life.
Absolutely. Being able to speak English allows you to connect with people from different cultures, travel more easily, and enjoy a wide range of entertainment.
Many of the world's most popular movies, TV shows, and songs are in English. By understanding the language, you can enjoy these in their original form and gain a deeper appreciation of the culture.
And let's not forget about the internet. A significant portion of online content is in English, including websites, blogs, videos, and social media. Knowing English gives you access to a vast amount of information.
It's clear that English plays a vital role in our interconnected world. Whether for professional reasons or personal enrichment, learning English is a valuable investment.
We hope these statistics give you a better understanding of the global impact of the English language. In our next segment, we'll explore the educational benefits of learning English. Stay tuned.
Now, let's talk about how English is used in different countries around the world. In countries like India and Nigeria, English is used as an official language.
That's right, Adam. In India, for example, English is one of the 2 official languages, along with Hindi. It's used in government, legal affairs, and education. English acts as a common language that connects people across the country's diverse linguistic landscape.
Similarly, in Nigeria, English is the official language and is used in government, education, and media. It serves as a unifying language in a country with over 500 different languages.
Moving to Europe, English is not typically an official language in most countries, but it is widely learned as a second language. In countries like Germany, France, and Spain, English is a mandatory subject in schools.
That's true. Many Europeans start learning English at a young age, and it continues through their education. This early and consistent exposure helps them achieve a high level of proficiency.
In fact, it's quite common to find Europeans who are fluent in English, even if their native language is something entirely different. This proficiency allows them to travel, work, and study in English-speaking countries with ease.
Even in countries where English is not an official language, many people use it for business and travel. For instance, in countries like Japan and South Korea, English is often the medium of instruction in higher education and is crucial for international business.
Yes, English proficiency is considered an important skill in the global job market. Companies often require employees to have a good command of English to communicate with international clients and partners.
This is particularly true in sectors like technology, finance, and tourism. English serves as the bridge language that enables smooth communication and transactions across different countries.
In addition to business, English is also vital for travelers. In many non-English-speaking countries, you'll find that hotel staff, tour guides, and service providers can communicate in English.
This makes traveling easier and more enjoyable. You can ask for directions, order food, and engage with locals without much difficulty if you know English.
Another interesting point is the impact of English in global pop culture. Countries around the world consume English language media, from Hollywood movies to British TV shows and American music.
That's a great point. The influence of English language media means that even if English isn't widely spoken as a first language, many people are familiar with it through films, music, and television.
And this exposure often motivates people to learn English so they can fully understand and appreciate the content. It also helps them keep up with global trends and cultural phenomena.
So, as we can see, English plays a significant role in various aspects of life around the world. Whether it's in official capacities like in India and Nigeria, as a second language in Europe, or as a vital tool for business and travel in Asia, English is incredibly influential.
It's fascinating to see how a single language can have such a widespread impact. In our next segment, we'll delve into the educational benefits of learning English and how it can open doors to new opportunities. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the English Globe. In this segment, we're going to talk about the educational benefits of learning English. We'll start with how it can give you access to quality education.
That's a great topic, Adam. Learning English really opens doors to the best schools and universities around the world. Many prestigious institutions like Harvard, Oxford, and MIT use English for instruction.
Exactly. These universities are known for their high-quality education and cutting-edge research. By knowing English, students can apply to these schools and access top-notch educational resources and opportunities.
It's not just about attending these institutions, though. Being proficient in English means that students can fully engage with the curriculum, participate in class discussions, and understand the lectures and reading materials.
And let's not forget about the application process itself. Many top universities require applicants to demonstrate their English proficiency through exams like the TOEFL or IELTS. Scoring well on these tests is crucial for admission.
That's right. Preparing for and passing these exams is often a key step for international students who want to study in English-speaking countries. It's a significant achievement that can lead to life-changing educational opportunities.
Another benefit is the availability of scholarships and financial aid. Many English-speaking universities offer scholarships specifically for international students. Knowing English increases your chances of securing these scholarships.
These financial aids can make a huge difference, making high-quality education more affordable and accessible to students from all over the world.
Let's also talk about the global nature of English-speaking universities. Many of these institutions have diverse student bodies, with people coming from various countries and cultural backgrounds. This multicultural environment enriches the learning experience.
Absolutely. Studying in such an environment not only enhances academic learning, but also promotes personal growth. It allows students to develop a global perspective and build a network of international friends and future colleagues.
In addition to attending prestigious universities, knowing English also allows students to participate in exchange programs. Many universities have partnerships with institutions in English-speaking countries, providing opportunities for students to study abroad.
These exchange programs can be incredibly enriching, offering students the chance to experience different educational systems, cultures, and ways of thinking. It's an invaluable part of their academic journey.
Now let's shift our focus to another important aspect: scientific and academic resources. Most scientific papers and research are published in English.
That's a crucial point, Adam. If you want to stay updated with the latest discoveries and developments in your field, knowing English is essential. It allows you to read and understand the most recent research findings.
The majority of academic journals are published in English, covering a wide range of disciplines, from medicine and engineering to social sciences and humanities. Being able to access these journals means that students and researchers can stay at the forefront of their fields.
Moreover, English proficiency allows students to read a wider range of textbooks and academic articles. Many seminal works and important studies are available only in English, and translations might not always capture the full depth and nuances of the original texts.
This access to a broader array of academic resources enhances learning and research capabilities. Students can explore different perspectives, methodologies, and findings, enriching their knowledge and understanding of their subjects.
It also facilitates collaboration with international researchers. English is the common language used in most academic conferences and symposia. Being able to present your work, discuss ideas, and network with peers in English is a significant advantage.
That's true. Attending and participating in these conferences can lead to collaborations, joint projects, and publications, further advancing one's academic and professional career.
Speaking of publications, many academic journals require submissions in English. If you're a researcher or an academic, being able to write and publish your work in English is crucial for reaching a global audience.
Publishing in international journals increases the visibility and impact of your work. It allows you to contribute to global knowledge and be recognized by peers worldwide.
Another important aspect is access to online courses and educational platforms. Many of the world's leading online learning resources, like Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy, offer courses in English.
These platforms provide a wide range of courses from top universities and institutions. By knowing English, you can take advantage of these resources to learn new skills, earn certificates, and even pursue degrees.
It's an incredible way to supplement your education, gain new qualifications, and stay competitive in the job market. The flexibility of online learning also means that you can study at your own pace and according to your schedule.
In summary, learning English provides numerous educational benefits. It opens doors to prestigious universities, gives access to a wealth of academic resources, and enables participation in global academic communities.
It also enhances your ability to engage with cutting-edge research, collaborate with international peers, and take advantage of the best online learning opportunities. All of these factors contribute to a richer more comprehensive education.
We hope this discussion has highlighted the immense educational advantages of learning English. In our next segment, we'll explore how English can boost your career opportunities. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back after this short break.
Let's delve into the career opportunities that come with learning English. We'll start by discussing the advantages in the job market.
Many companies look for employees who can speak English. It's a crucial skill, especially in multinational corporations and businesses that operate on a global scale.
That's right, Julia. English proficiency is often a requirement for roles that involve international communication, whether it's with clients, partners, or colleagues from different countries.
Knowing English can help you get a better job or a promotion. Employers value employees who can navigate the global business environment effectively, and English is often the key to that.
In international business, English is the primary language used for meetings, emails, reports, and negotiations. Being able to communicate fluently in English can make you stand out in a competitive job market.
Furthermore, many job postings explicitly state that candidates must be proficient in English. This is particularly true in fields like finance, marketing, IT, and customer service.
Even in countries where English isn't the primary language, companies that have international dealings prefer employees who can speak English. It facilitates smoother operations and better relationships with global partners.
And let's not forget about the tourism and hospitality industry. English is essential for jobs in hotels, airlines, travel agencies, and tour companies, as it allows employees to assist international travelers effectively.
Moving on to freelancing and remote work, English opens up a whole new world of opportunities. With English, you can work for companies from different countries, breaking the geographical barriers.
Many freelancing platforms, such as Upwork, Freelancer, and Fiverr, require English proficiency. These platforms connect freelancers with clients from all over the world, and English is the common language used for communication.
This expands your job opportunities significantly. You can take on projects from international clients, which often come with competitive pay and the chance to build a diverse portfolio.
Remote work has become increasingly popular, especially after the global shift towards online work environments. Many companies are now open to hiring remote employees, and English proficiency is often a prerequisite.
Being able to communicate in English means you can apply for remote positions with companies based in the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and many other English-speaking countries.
This flexibility allows you to work from anywhere in the world, giving you the freedom to choose your living environment while still advancing your career.
Now let's talk about some success stories to illustrate these points. For example, many people have started successful international businesses because they speak English.
Take the story of Maria, a graphic designer from Spain. By learning English, she was able to expand her client base beyond her local market. She now works with clients from the US, UK, and Australia, significantly increasing her income.
Another great example is Raj, an IT professional from India. He landed a remote job with a leading tech company in Silicon Valley, thanks to his English skills. This job not only boosted his career, but also allowed him to work on innovative projects.
And let's not forget about Ahmed, an entrepreneur from Egypt. By mastering English, he was able to secure funding from international investors for his startup. His business has now expanded globally, and he attributes much of his success to his ability to communicate effectively in English.
These stories show how learning English can change your career. It opens up opportunities that might otherwise be out of reach and allows you to compete in the global job market.
Whether you're looking to climb the corporate ladder, start your own business, or explore freelance and remote work opportunities, knowing English can give you a significant advantage.
In conclusion, English is more than just a language. It's a powerful tool that can enhance your career prospects, broaden your horizons, and open doors to new opportunities.
We hope these insights and success stories inspire you to continue improving your English skills and exploring the vast array of career opportunities that come with it. In our next segment, we'll discuss how English can help you access information and media. Stay with us.
In this segment, we're going to discuss how learning English gives you access to a wealth of information and media. Let's start with the internet and online resources.
A lot of information on the internet is in English. In fact, English is the dominant language on the web, with a significant portion of websites, articles, and online resources available in English.
When you know English, you can access a vast array of articles, videos, and courses. This can be incredibly beneficial for self-improvement and professional development.
Absolutely. There are countless online platforms that offer courses in English, covering everything from computer programming and business management to arts and humanities.
Websites like Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy provide courses from top universities and institutions, often for free or at a low cost. Knowing English allows you to take full advantage of these educational resources.
It's not just about formal education either. Knowing English enables you to access tutorials and how-to videos on platforms like YouTube. Whether you want to learn how to cook a new recipe, fix a leaky faucet, or master a software program, you'll find a wealth of content in English.
This access to information helps you learn new skills and stay informed about the latest trends and developments in various fields. For instance, if you're interested in technology, English allows you to read the latest tech blogs, watch product reviews, and follow tech influencers.
And it's not just technical skills. You can also improve your soft skills, such as communication, leadership, and time management, by accessing a wide range of English language resources.
Moving on to entertainment, many popular movies, TV shows, and music are in English. Hollywood films, British dramas, and American sitcoms are enjoyed by audiences around the world.
Knowing English lets you enjoy these forms of entertainment in their original language. This is important because subtitles and dubbing can sometimes lose the nuances and humor of the original dialogue.
Exactly. Watching movies and TV shows in English can also help improve your language skills. You get to hear native speakers and learn colloquial expressions and slang, which might not be taught in formal language classes.
Plus, understanding English allows you to appreciate cultural references and jokes that might otherwise be lost in translation. This deeper understanding can make the viewing experience much more enjoyable and insightful.
Music is another area where English dominates. Many of the world's most popular songs are in English, and being able to understand the lyrics can enhance your enjoyment and connection to the music.
From pop and rock to hip-hop and country, English language music spans a wide range of genres. Knowing English allows you to explore different types of music and understand the messages and stories conveyed by the artists.
Let's not forget about books and literature. Some of the greatest works of literature are written in English, and reading them in their original language can be a rewarding experience.
Whether it's classic novels by authors like Shakespeare, Dickens, and Austen, or contemporary bestsellers, knowing English gives you access to a rich literary tradition.
Moving on to global news, following international news is easier if you know English. Major news outlets like BBC, CNN, and Al Jazeera broadcast in English and cover a wide range of global events.
These news organizations provide comprehensive coverage of important issues, from politics and economics to science and culture. By understanding English, you can stay updated with world events and gain a broader perspective on global affairs.
This is particularly valuable in today's interconnected world, where events in one part of the globe can have significant impacts elsewhere. Being informed about international news helps you understand these connections and their implications.
Additionally, many news websites offer in-depth analysis, interviews, and opinion pieces in English. This allows you to explore different viewpoints and gain a deeper understanding of complex issues.
Social media also plays a significant role in how we consume news today. Platforms like Twitter and Facebook are predominantly used in English, especially by international figures, organizations, and media outlets.
Following these accounts and reading posts in English keeps you in the loop with real-time updates and discussions on various topics. It also helps you engage in conversations and debates with a global audience.
In summary, learning English provides unparalleled access to a vast amount of information and media. From educational resources and entertainment to global news, English opens up a world of knowledge and cultural experiences.
We hope this discussion has highlighted the many ways that knowing English can enhance your life by keeping you informed and entertained. In our next segment, we'll wrap up with some tips on how to improve your English skills. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the English Globe. In this segment, we'll explore the personal growth and social benefits of learning English. Let's begin with the cognitive benefits.
Learning a new language, such as English, has numerous cognitive benefits. It improves brain function and enhances cognitive abilities like memory, problem-solving, and critical thinking.
Studies have shown that bilingual or multilingual individuals often have better executive functioning skills. This includes the ability to switch between tasks, solve problems more effectively, and maintain attention.
Multilingualism has been linked to improved cognitive flexibility, which allows individuals to adapt to new situations and learn new information more quickly.
Learning English involves mastering grammar rules, vocabulary, and sentence structures, which all contribute to these cognitive benefits. It's like giving your brain a workout that strengthens its overall cognitive abilities.
Additionally, bilingual individuals have been found to have a delayed onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. The mental agility gained from learning and using multiple languages seems to provide a protective effect against cognitive decline in later years.
Moving on to cultural understanding and empathy, learning English opens doors to understanding different cultures and perspectives.
That's right, Adam. English is not just a language. It's a gateway to diverse cultures, histories, and traditions from around the world. By learning English, you gain insights into how people from different backgrounds think, communicate, and live.
This exposure fosters empathy and open-mindedness. When you understand someone's language and culture, you're more likely to empathize with their experiences and perspectives.
Language is deeply intertwined with culture. By learning English, you can appreciate cultural nuances, customs, and values that may differ from your own. This cultural awareness is crucial in our increasingly globalized world.
It allows you to connect with people from diverse backgrounds on a deeper level. Whether you're traveling, working in international teams, or simply interacting with people online, understanding their language and culture builds bridges and fosters mutual respect.
Learning English also enhances your ability to communicate effectively across cultural boundaries. You become more attuned to cultural sensitivities and norms, which helps prevent misunderstandings and promotes harmonious relationships.
Moreover, English is often used as a lingua franca in multicultural settings, where people from different linguistic backgrounds come together. Being proficient in English allows you to participate actively in these environments and contribute meaningfully to discussions and collaborations.
It's not just about professional interactions. It's about building genuine connections with people from all walks of life. Language is a powerful tool for building friendships, fostering cooperation, and promoting global understanding.
In summary, learning English offers significant personal growth and social benefits. From cognitive advantages like improved memory and problem-solving skills to cultural understanding and empathy, English enhances your worldview and enriches your life in meaningful ways.
We hope this discussion has highlighted the broader impact of learning English beyond just language proficiency. In our final segment, we'll share some practical tips and resources to help you improve your English skills. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the final segment of the English Globe. In this segment, we'll share practical tips to help you effectively learn and improve your English skills. Let's dive right in with setting goals and staying motivated.
Setting clear, achievable goals is the first step. Whether you want to improve your conversational skills, prepare for an English proficiency exam, or enhance your business communication, having specific goals gives you direction.
Break down your learning into small, manageable steps. Focus on one aspect at a time, such as grammar, vocabulary, listening comprehension, or speaking fluency. This approach makes your learning journey less overwhelming and more attainable.
Celebrate your progress along the way. Learning a language is a gradual process, so acknowledging your achievements, whether big or small, boosts your motivation and encourages you to keep going.
Now, let's talk about effective learning methods. Consistency is key. Practice regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes a day. Regular exposure to the language helps reinforce what you've learned and improves retention.
There are many resources available to supplement your learning. Use language learning apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise, which offer interactive lessons and exercises tailored to your skill level.
Watching English movies and TV shows with subtitles can improve your listening comprehension and expose you to natural speech patterns. Choose genres and topics that interest you to make learning enjoyable.
Listening to podcasts, like ours, is another great way to immerse yourself in English. Podcasts cover a wide range of topics and provide opportunities to hear different accents and speaking styles.
To practice speaking, consider joining language exchange groups or conversation clubs. These platforms connect you with native speakers or fellow learners who want to practice speaking English. It's a supportive environment where you can gain confidence and improve your fluency.
Immersion is also effective. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Change the language settings on your devices, read books or articles in English, and listen to English music. The more exposure you have, the faster you'll progress.
Now, let's address some common challenges learners face. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Making errors is a natural part of learning any language, and it's through these mistakes that you improve.
Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice listening, speaking, reading, and writing in English, the more comfortable and confident you'll become.
Stay patient and persistent. Language learning takes time and effort, so be kind to yourself during the process. Setbacks are normal, but with dedication and perseverance, you'll see steady improvement.
Seek support from fellow learners or mentors who can encourage you and offer tips based on their own experiences. Joining online forums or social media groups dedicated to language learning can provide valuable insights and motivation.
Lastly, enjoy the journey. Learning a new language is a rewarding experience that opens doors to new opportunities and connections. Embrace each step of your progress and celebrate your accomplishments along the way.
We've covered a lot in this segment, from goal setting and effective learning methods to overcoming challenges. We hope these practical tips inspire you to continue your English learning journey with enthusiasm and determination.
Why do you think learning English matters?
Maybe because so many people speak it.
True, over 1 billion people use English worldwide. But it's more than just numbers. What else comes to mind?
I guess it's helpful for traveling, like if I go to another country, I can ask for directions or order food.
That's a big reason. It's often the common language between people who speak different languages. Do you know what that's called?
A universal language.
Close, it's called a lingua franca. English connects people who otherwise wouldn't understand each other.
Oh, that's cool, so it's mostly for traveling and talking to people.
Not just that. Think about jobs. What kind of work would require English, do you think?
Maybe working for a company in another country.
Exactly. Many international companies use English to communicate. Even at home, jobs like marketing or customer service often need it.
Oh, right. My cousin works at a hotel and she has to speak English with tourists.
Perfect example. English can help in tourism, business, and even technology. Do you use English for anything now?
Mostly for videos or games. A lot of the stuff I watch is in English.
That's a great start. Entertainment is a huge motivator. Movies, shows, music, they all expose you to the language.
Yeah, but I don't always understand everything. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
That's okay. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Do you notice anything else about English in your life?
I guess a lot of signs, apps, and even manuals are in English too.
Exactly, it's everywhere, even in small ways. That's why learning it makes life simpler and opens up so many opportunities.
Yeah, I see that now. It's like the key to connecting with the world.
So now that we've talked about how English is everywhere, have you thought about how it might help you in the future?
I'm not sure. Maybe if I go to university. I heard some classes are in English.
That's a great point. Many universities, even in non-English speaking countries, use English for their programs, especially for science, engineering, and business.
Really, so, like, if I wanted to learn about technology or medicine, I'd need English.
Absolutely. Think about coding, for example. Most programming languages are based on English words.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Commands like print or input, that's English too.
It is even the tech world relies heavily on English. And not just for coding tech conferences, tutorials, and innovations often use English as the main language.
Wow, I didn't think it was so connected to so many things.
It really is, and let's not forget entertainment. You mentioned watching videos earlier. What's your favorite show or game?
I like some shows on Netflix and a few RPG games. Most of them are in English, though.
And do you feel like knowing English helps you enjoy them more?
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes the subtitles don't match, and it's confusing. When I understand the English, it feels better.
Exactly. It's not just about understanding, it's about experiencing the original tone and meaning. Subtitles or translations can't always capture that.
Yeah, I've noticed jokes don't always make sense in my language.
That's a perfect example. Humor, emotions, and even cultural ideas come across more clearly in the original language.
And so English helps with work, study, and even fun stuff, but isn't it hard to get really good at it?
It can feel challenging at first, but think of it this way. Every new word or phrase you learn brings you closer to fluency. It's like building a skill, step by step.
I guess, but what about people who don't have time to study much? Can they still learn?
Definitely. You don't always need hours of studying. Little things help to, like listening to songs, watching shows with subtitles, or even chatting with people online.
Oh, like when I play games and talk to teammates in English.
Exactly, gaming is a great way to practice. You're communicating in real time, and it helps with vocabulary and quick thinking.
That makes me feel better. I'm already doing some of that.
See, you're already improving without realizing it. And the best part is, once you get used to it, English becomes second nature.
That sounds nice. I just want to feel confident when I speak.
Confidence comes with practice, and remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Even native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time.
Really? That's good to know. I always feel embarrassed when I mess up.
Don't be. Every mistake is a chance to learn. The more you try, the better you'll get. And one day, you'll look back and see how far you've come.
And that makes me feel excited, like I'm already on the right path.
You absolutely are. English isn't just a subject, it's a skill for life. And the more you use it, the more opportunities it will bring.
I get it now. It's not just about learning a language, it's about opening up the world.
Exactly. And with every step you take, you're unlocking more of it. Keep going, and you'll see the difference it makes.